G'day trader, Sam here from TradetoProspa to give you another crypto review. I was looking for something to short, and this one looks a bit more in a better position, and I think I missed it. But anyway, let's just go over it and discuss what we see, and you might agree, disagree, and potentially find a trade as well to make your decision. So what I have in front of me at the moment, I can just get rid of this one for a sec. We have the macro count in a way, all the way to the bottom. So I think that was the bottom because that's a big bounce, isn't it? So in this case, I think wave 5 was done. So now you can see wave 3 to 4, pretty evident, I believe. It's the biggest one out of them all. So I think that's wave 3 to 4, and that's wave 5, and this was the accumulation. So we had our accumulation box there. It actually probably overperformed. Anyway, that's pretty much what I'm thinking at the moment. That structure there. Why am I looking at that structure? Because we could either have something along those lines, or more importantly, the top of that base could be where we reaccumulate. So we've got two ranges. Anyway, let's just continue on with this count. So what we did is a downtrend, and when did that start? That started in September, pretty much when Bitcoin, I suppose, did its top, and it's done its bottom. And this QNT did a real good job. And so once you have a bear run, or such a bear run like that, this is a correction wave. So we add in our ABC type of correction. So let's just find that. That is our ABC. 1, 2, 3 wave. 1, 2, 3. And it really will perform. You can count within there. Something like that. So wave 3 to 4, again, I think that's that range, macro. So we did our wave 3 to 4 along that line. Let's just change that color. And it's good to, as an exercise, to go through this, because then you get clarity as to what's going on. So what has happened is, yep, that was a macro wave 3 or 4, a continuation formation of some sort, and we hit our mark. So let's just see how that worked out with the Fibonacci. Wave 3 to 4, and if we, it's 1.618, give or take. So that's pretty nifty, and you can see almost give or take was a good point to sell. So I agree with that. So in this case, this did a good job. I wish I'd looked at it before so I can short it. I wasn't keeping an eye on it. Bummer. What we can do is, let's just see another thing here. I'm just curious. To the top, maybe the second one, and the 0.5. Okay, there you go. If I was to add that, okay, just leave it to the natural. So it's a 0.5. You can see that Fibonacci as acting as resistance. And if I was to flip it to the log status, and you can see the 0.382 coming into effect. So you can rest assured that if we lose this level, especially this level here, we are going to drop. From a macro perspective, we will. So let's just do that. So what's taking place? Well, this is a correction. It's doing a small, well, can you call that an impulse or correction? That's the hard part. Well, I'm going to look at this from this perspective. 1, 2, I think this could be a wave 3 and 4. And my wave 5, I think, could be in this range here. Right there. And we'll look at the reasons for it. So where's that Fibonacci? We can do a swing. And Was that the one? No, this is the one. That's the one. If that's 3 to 4, we do a fib extension. The 1.618 is there. Right, that is our level. 1.414 sort of have a correlation to that level there. So this is a good box to look for. And if I do a swing high to swing low, and 0.618 is very low down there. That's the worst case scenario, guys. That's the worst case scenario. I'll say target 3. And if I was to put that back, 0.618 is there. Not sure I got this wrong. Oh, that's a 618. And the other one. So this is my target 2. I think that makes sense. And if we were to do it from a top to bottom, from there to there to there, the 618 is down there as well. Okay. So that is very possible there, guys. So we'll go, that's the range from the previous. So let's just get rid of that. The top's there. So it's either going to be staying on the top. If it doesn't stay on top of this base, then it could come down to this range here, the 618. So target 2 is there. This does look like a wave 5. However, this could also be a wave 3. Whoops. This could be a wave 4. Whoops. And our wave 5 could potentially, it's a deeper pullback. Maybe that's what we're looking at. Now, you can see how this works out. You break that trend line, and you see how just as soon as you break it, it goes down. So to me, this is a continuation pattern to the downside, guys. You can say this is a broadening structure, some channel. No, not even. No use for that. But you can see how I see this as a macro. Actually, it's done what Bitcoin's done. Bugger. That's what Bitcoin's done as well on the way. So if you look at this, guys, just picked it up. BTC. It's very similar. I don't want 1 hour, I want the daily. Just the formation is very similar, isn't it? Look, this one here. Oh, that is playing out so far like that. See that line there? And so realistically, this is likely to come down. We've got our 200 4-hour moving average there, and in this case, our 200 daily will be in there as well. So let's just do this. Okay, I can do that for a sec. And you can see our 200 daily, give or take. That's well, that's a topping formation, obviously, and then it's this part of the cycle, and this formation is very similar. Look at it. Damn. If I look at the RSI, it's probably the same as well. You can see that 200 moving average on the 4-hour. Yep, that is it. Acting as resistance, Fibonacci, so once we drop that neckline, it becomes a swing trade. Shorting position, guys. perfect shorting position. I think this is going to keep coming down, and that was probably the trend line of some sort. And when we lose that, it's going to go down harder to the 618 level, I don't think. So yeah, bummer, I missed that entry. Should I take my chances and find a better entry? But that makes sense. Flat. That was flat. As soon as we break that neckline, it just came down. Lessons learned from here. Oh God, look at that double top. Beautiful. This one's a bit more bullish. Neckline. I can't see this coming back up. Mate, if it does a bit of a thing there, maybe we'll find an entry there. Maybe a double top there. But I think it'll be just lower. Just there. That might be a good entry, guys, for a short. Even if it's better if it came down there, find the short, and I think it'll keep going down all the way down. We will find obviously support here, just like this one here. This one didn't do it. It ran through it, so it might run through it and then find the resistance. So that was our level, and you can see how eventually got to that level and then back down again. So we have that there as well in these. So if it could go through it, but anyway, there is a lot of confluence. There were a fractal there, some lessons learned, but yeah, guys, I think that's a good trade entry. Long term wise, I think we're going to go down. And is QNT quantum? I think so. Let me have a quick look.